to administrative stories in sports this morning. Presidential elections for several sport federations will take place today, Saturday, at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, with the National Sports Commission overseeing the process to ensure transparency and adherence to due process. The elections come after weeks of controversy and interventions by the National Sports Commission, which has been working to ensure fair and credible processes across multiple federations. In tennis, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Victor Oche, is tipped to emerge as president of the Nigeria Tennis Federation following his acceptance to contest for the position. Oche was recently nominated by the National Sports Commission as the sponsorship philanthropist representative on the board of the federation. However, the businessman who for many years sponsored the wheelchair tennis championship has been successfully lobbied by some stakeholders to contest for the top job. While Oche is tipped for the presidency, stakeholders are reportedly working hard to get former Nigerian tennis superstars Nduka Odizo, David Omonite, and Sadiq Abdullahi to join the board of the Nigeria Tennis Federation. Away from that, in kickboxing, the federation conducted board members' elections on September 16, with Emmanuel Atagna winning the technical representative position with 23 votes ahead of Kevin Onyeka, who got 11 votes. In the athletes representative category, Jibrin Inoa Baba secured 22 votes, defeating Olakunle Awuyele, who pulled 11 votes. Air Vice Marshal Batnan Frama, former director of sports at the Defense Headquarters, have been screened as the presidential candidate for the Kickboxing Federation. In gymnastics, presidential candidate Omowumi Olalere has called for transparency, inclusiveness, and adherence to due process in the federation elections, urging the Sports Commission to ensure a credible process that reflects the voices of all stakeholders. Well, the fresh elections follow the annulment of the September polls, which saw incumbent President Kelvin Ihomesoen emerge unopposed. So quite a lot happening today. Also in judo as well, Dr. Musa Oshodi, of course, has commended the Sports Commission and the Nigerian Olympic Committee and other stakeholders for resolving the Gymnastic Federation of Nigeria's issues. In a statement, Oshodi appreciated the fair and transparent approach used to address the issues. Well, away from that one at this point, let's take a few stories from other sports. Let me inform you that the National Volleyball Division 1 and Division 2 leagues featuring 34 teams from 22 states has kicked off in Umuahia, Abia State. With the Ijasha-Ikpo volleyball team of Kwara, volleyball team of Kwara defeating Adamawa 25-18, 28-27, 25-15 in the Division 1 category played yesterday. The National Volleyball League, which has both male and female categories, sponsored by the Abia State government. Participating teams include the host state Abia, as well as Sokoto, Ekiti, Katsina, Adamawa, Kwara, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Plateau, and others. Well, let's move straight to the world of Formula One, where Lando Norris said McLaren were already a little bit behind after Friday practice at the Mexico City Grand Prix. Norris and teammate Oscar Piastri are under severe pressure from Red Bull's Max Verstappen after a strong run of races for the Dutchman, and the four-time champions topped yesterday's practice at the Mexico City Grand Prix. Verstappen 40 points off championship leader Piastri after a run of 3 wins and a second place in the past 4 races, set the pace, leading Ferrari's Charles Leclerc by 0.153 seconds. Norris was 4th fastest, while Piastri, 14 points ahead of the Briton, was down in 12th. Well, don't forget today we'll have the top practice, then we'll have the qualifying later today and the main race holding tomorrow. Let's head on to league matches across the globe and take a look at what to expect across the globe this weekend. Well, yesterday, Leeds and West Ham went head-to-head yesterday in the Premier League. And of course, it ended Leeds 2, West Ham United 1. All right, taking a look at what to expect today. Chelsea, we kick things off later this afternoon against Sunderland Football Club. Newcastle, you take on Fulham. Manchester United will slug it out with Brighton. Brentford will take on Liverpool Football Club. And tomorrow it is Arsenal, Palace, Aston Villa will take on Manchester City, Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest, Wolverhampton versus Burnley, Everton will take on Tottenham Hotspur. And like I mentioned earlier, yesterday Leeds defeated West Ham United at 2-1. And on the table, of course, after 8 round of matches in the Premier League, Arsenal top the park with 19 points, having secured 6 wins, 1 draw, and just 1 defeat. City, Manchester City, they are second, with 16 points after 8 matches. They've won 5, they've drawn just 1, and suffered 2 defeats. Liverpool currently 3rd, 4th is Bournemouth, Chelsea 5th, Tottenham 6th, Sunderland 7th, Crystal Palace 8th, Manchester United 9th, Brighton 10th, Aston Villa 11th, Everton 12th, Leeds 13, Brentford 14, Newcastle 15, Fulham 16, Burnley 17. Relegation zone, we've got Nottingham Forest 18, West Ham 19, and Wolverhampton Wanderers occupy the bottom place at the moment. Moving to the Spanish La Liga. In Spain yesterday, Real Sociedad defeated Sevilla by 2-1, and later on today we'll have Girona take on Real Oviedo. Espanyol will take on Elche, Athletic Bilbao will take on Getafe, Valencia will take on Villarreal, and tomorrow it's Mallorca taking on Levante. Real Madrid will face Barcelona in the first El Clasico of the season. Osasuna will take on Celta Vigo also tomorrow. Rayo Vallecano will slug it out with Alaves, and on Monday it is Real Betis versus Atletico Madrid. And on the table, Real Madrid are top in the park, expectedly anyways, after 9 rounds of games, recorded 8 wins. They are yet to draw. They recorded 1 defeat. Barcelona second. Looks like it's going to be the 2 of them again. Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, Betis make the top 5 in Spain. Moving to the Italian Serie A. Yesterday, AC Milan and Pisa played out a 2-2 draw, and today we'll have Parma take on Como, Udinese will take on Lecce, Napoli versus Inter Milan, Cremonese will take on Atlanta, and tomorrow it's Torino versus Genoa, Sassuolo will take on AS Roma, Verona versus Cagliari, Fiorentina will take on Bologna, and Lazio will take on Juventus. Well, on the table, it's AC Milan and Inter Milan top in the park. Of course, AC Milan topping the number 1 position, Inter second, Napoli third, AS Roma 4th, Bologna 5th, Como 6th, Juventus occupy the 7th position at the moment, and Atlanta, they are 8th on the table at the moment. From Italy, let's cross over to the German Bundesliga, where Werder Bremen last night defeated Union Berlin by a single goal. And today, Augsburg will take on RB Leipzig. Borussia Mönchengladbach will take on Bayern Munich. Eintracht Frankfurt will take on St. Pauli. Hamburg is SV will take on Wolfsburg. Hoffenheim will take on Heidenheim. Borussia Dortmund will slug it out with FC Cologne. And tomorrow it is Bayern Leverkusen versus Freiburg. Stuttgart will take on Mainz. Well, on the table, Bayern Munich expectedly they are top in the park. After 7 rounds of games, they've won all 7. RB Leipzig second, Stuttgart third, Dortmund 4th. In the French League on,
PSG.
Well, yesterday, Paris FC lost at home to Nantes. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Nantes, and today it's Brest taking on Paris Saint-Germain, Monaco taking on Toulouse, and Lens will take on Olympique Marseille. And tomorrow it will be Brest versus PSG, Monaco versus Toulouse, Lens versus Marseille, and later on Sunday, it will be Lille taking on Metz, Angers versus Lorient, Auxerre versus Le Havre, Rennes will take on Nice, and Lyon will take on Strasbourg. Well, that's all the games to look forward to. Top 5 leagues across Europe. Yes, and then that's all time. Permit me on the show this beautiful morning. Big thanks to the entire production crew. Big thanks to you for listening this morning. Sportit Bit returns next week Monday, same time, same station. Till then, do enjoy your weekend and enjoy all the football and all the sporting activities that we have this weekend. Thanks for listening.
Best in news, sports and entertainment. We got everything you need and so much more. Yeah. 98.5 FM. Oluyole. 98.5 FM. Hear it all. You're down to the number one.
Ojúmọ́ bá ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́ máa la ọ̀hún ọ̀yẹ́ tó la lónìí o ọ̀yẹ́ ire ni ẹ̀kú ojúmọ́ lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí o ojúmọ́ aláyọ̀ èmi o ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ màlá tó ti gbé dé ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìròyìn kárí ayé màlélẹ́yìn o ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà etí mi ò lè jòun lò fọ́nrán ìní tó lóko yìí ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ̀tẹ́ ti balẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tún jọgbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ìkànnì tó gbajúgbajà Olúyọ̀lé FM ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Ajílété FM ẹ tún máa gbọ́ wa lásìkò kan náà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Òkè Ògùn FM tó wà lálága ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó kún kẹ́kẹ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà ẹ máa gbọ́ nínú ilé nínú mọ́tò tàbí lórí ẹ̀rọ ìléwọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́ ìròyìn tó gbajúgbajà Agro Press ó tún ti yá ká tún jọgbọ́ ẹlẹ́tì ọ̀fẹ́.